What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg Miller, and Gear God Scott Lowe.
That's right.
We are live on the GDC show floor, and right behind us, under bulletproof Pope sealant glass, is the NGP, the PSP2, Sony's next portable powerhouse. Scott, we of course didn't get to go to Japan. We didn't actually see it, so this is our first chance to get up close and personal with it, and I'm actually kind of impressed.
Yeah, it's a sleek looking device. It's a bit smaller than I thought it was going to be, actually.
It's still big, though.
It's big, but I mean, if you look at the numbers alone, like the stats they released originally, like that it could be much larger.
Yeah.
This is actually not too bad, given my worst fears, but it's still definitely a hefty handheld.
Yeah, I mean, my worst fear, right, was that I wouldn't be able to put it in my pocket, because even
Yeah.
my PSP 3000 has always been very long. This is very long. I was worried about the dual analog sticks clipping on my pockets. They seem very close down, though. It seems like that won't be a problem.
They're fairly low profile, so it's not too bad.
Now, of course, as awesome as it is to see it move for 360 degrees nonstop, we actually got to see a demo of it yesterday at an NGP panel. That was definitely cool.
Yeah, so I mean, it was a very tech-specific panel. They talked about the input methods, like some of the more like kind of finer points of the processors and stuff like that. One thing we did learn that was actually new was they kind of specified a little bit on the new memory card system they're going to use, like a flash-based like game system.
Yeah.
They're going to come in 2 GB and 4 GB versions. One is for like smaller games, like kind of like mini games. The other is going to be for like full-fledged games, sort of like Uncharted Portable, which
we got to see.
Yes.
And I actually was really happy with it. I had seen the stuff at the Japan trip, and it looked all right, but seeing it up close and personal and actually move, and the best part was they had a lot of time to go piece by piece. They got rushed, in Japan, it seemed like. So they got to go through and show you how the controls would work. And while I think it's kind of stupid to have like Nathan Drake running down a path and then he comes to a log and you take your hands off the buttons and then you swipe and he crawls over, they stress this is just a tech demo.
Yeah.
This is not how the game will probably play.
Well, you had that language barrier in Tokyo, so this definitely helped out a little bit. And again, one of the things, this was a panel for developers. They were talking to developers saying, hey, this is what we're doing with the system, this is what it can do, but not necessarily what you should do, but these are just examples of how you can implement these new input methods, which were kind of cool.
Totally, they were really cool. And while, like I said, I don't like swiping to crawl over stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff where they were using the camera, like at one point, like how Drake's journal is a big part of his whole story. There's going to be this camera icon on it. You tap it, you go into the first-person mode, you move the NGP like you're moving a digital camera in the world.
Yeah.
Take photos that get added to your journal. Same thing. He ran into a puzzle where he put up a stencil, pretty much, and you had to rub the screen to get a print of what this puzzle was. I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, I mean the AR applications like that, using the gyroscope, and again with the cameras, in-game is awesome for the kind of in-game world, but the camera applications are also really awesome. It was kind of cool. Like they
brought a dinosaur to life.
They brought a dinosaur to life. Basically, they just had this like graphic on the floor, and you tracking the image, they created this 3D dinosaur out of the thin air.
If you're familiar with Invisibles or iPad, it's the same kind of technology, right? You put down a thing, the AR camera sees it, and then you can move around, and that's living in your space.
They also did one where like they were using the cover of Ape Escape. The main character was
the
like
ape who has escaped.
He has escaped. He is standing on top of the cover art, which is pretty awesome.
Cool. So sadly, that's all we have on the NGP. As soon as they let the 2 smartest guys in the room touch it, though, you can look for hands-on impressions here on IGN.com.